Where? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Favors for friends. A message is attached, written in large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Threads of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations in the market is attached. Threads of Red Jenny. It sort of rings a bell, but at the same time it doesn't. So, Emperor Florian. Grand Duke Florian was not supposed to ascend to the Olesian throne. His elder brother, Emperor Judicael II, had two twin sons, and thus a very secure line. Holy shit! I maybe should read what I'm actually reading. Florian was free to pursue other interests, none of which revolved around the game. Indeed, the imperial court largely ignored him, and that was how he liked it. All that is recorded of the era is that he married, produced a single daughter, and afterwards showed little interest in her. An outbreak of the 100 Days cough in 877 Blessed changed his plan. Both of Judicael's sons perished, as did Florian's daughter. Racked by grief, Judicael lost interest in ruling, turning over all matters pertaining to the rebellion in Ferelden to his advisors, and instead spending his time hunting in the country. When Judicael was thrown from his horse during a fox hunt in 884 Blessed, Florian was suddenly vaulted into the throne. Famously, his response to the Chevaliers delivering the news at his estate is said to be, "This will not do at all." A private and somewhat eccentric man, Florian limited his appearances at court and dealt almost exclusively with members of his own family. He was extremely particular about his habits of dress and grooming, eschewing current fashion for the sake of comfort and refusing to wear cosmetics or powders of any kind due to an intense dislike of being dirty. Powerful and connected nobles who had served in the cabinet since his father's time were turned away in favor of his younger brother, Reynold, his sister Melisande, and his cousins. Children were banned from the palace, even the children of servants, with the exception of his nephew and nieces, who were tolerated only on the condition that they remain out of the emperor's sight. Regarding suggestions that Florian and his younger cousin Megren were lovers, the truth is uncertain. If such a relationship existed, it was no doubt kept private due to Florian's aversion to public life and not from any fear of rumours. Such rumours, after all, will likely spread due to the emperor's refusal to sire another child and thus secure his line. Many believed this failing would eventually lead to civil war. The only real evidence of a relationship with Megren is a loud and very public argument the two had prior to Megren's appointment, or exile as he saw it, to the throne of Ferelden. Megren is said to have called Florian "my darling," and neither man chose to explain the argument later. The predictions of civil war almost came to pass upon Florian's death in 919 Dragon. With no clear heir, the throne eventually passed to the only daughter of Grand Duke Reynaud, Celine, after a vicious struggle that threatened to consume the empire. That is interesting, because that's basically the precursor of what happens in The Masked Empire by Patrick Weeks. I love that book. It was really good. She of the highwaymen repents. Bloody hell. Gallows master, hold thy hand, hold it back a while. Callous juror, let me stand, let me bear a smile. For comes my brother distant, for comes my saviour soon. I stand here most insistent, I will receive my boon. Fellow soldier, hold thy voice, hold it if you may. Fallow shoulders show my choice, I am in your sway. For know my crime was cruel, and all my pain deserved. I stand here as a fool, despite my brother served. Mother dearest, look away, look into the sun. Others, nearest, gone astray, you will be undone. For no more will I prattle, and no more will I pray. Here you must the rattle, as life will fly away. From Songs of Old Orlais, She of the Highwaymen Repents. Inscriptions collected by formerly Sister Lodine. Vier.
My maker, know my heart. Take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Oh, maker, where is the comfort? Look away. I have broken the chant because it comes from my heart. What have we when our divine is dead and the sky burns?
What do you mean you broke the chant?
Are you also ignorant of the Maker's most basic rites? The chant of light is how we honor the Maker. They are the only words that the faithful should hear from my lips. But I can't. Our divine is dead. Our Templars gone. The Maker's silence is deafening. What hope have we?
The Inquisition can give you the answers you need.
So I have a faith I've lost. Or one that seeks to drive it from me. I can't even look to our Templars. How is this not darkness? Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Makers.
Oh.
The Templars didn't even touch you.
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
Sucker Mage. I'm gonna read a book first, okay? Not of heroes, united in hatred. If we are re-examining motive, let us not stop at the sons of the betrayer, for the first leader of young Orlais after the sons was Jeshavis, chattel wife of 2 of them. But examine the facts. A proud daughter of the Syrian, chosen not unkindly by Isarath to be his bride. It was her reach that granted him power to unify. Consider that she witnessed in the consolidation of a people. She was always been portrayed with sadness, but what if, when our nation was born, the game was born with it? Judged her action not as property, but as master, and what changes? As victim, Isarath, rumored cruel, breaks the clans in lust for power. His brother Verald, exiled from his own machinations in young Navarra, appeals to the saddened wife and promises a new path. The brothers vie, and Verald wins, and then demands the hand of Jeshavis. Another Ferelden greedy for power. In a decade, the shy victim Jeshavis is the figurehead of the people's rebellion against the last son of the betrayer. As master, bound to rivalries far older, she harbors a hatred beyond Tevinter. And while Isarath is distracted with personal concerns or with building a nation to withstand his own people's enemy, she invites the broken brother and sets him against the driven. While accepting marriage to the victor, Jeshavis seeds rebellion among those who remember how their lands were taken not a generation before. Both leave her as a ruler, as Gidja, but should not the rule of a victim be uncertain? Jeshavis rules for 42 years. There were no great swings backward, no people's retribution, for she had become accustomed. If the goal of Isarath were selfish and the goal of Jeshavis was to reverse them, then Orlais is born of the failure of both. But if Isarath built his father's wall and Jeshavis wanted revenge, then we are a nation of 2 successors. 2 parents in opposition, but in partnership. Wow. That's a lot. Hey, Mr. Mage Bar, a thing of...
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Invitation first, Enchanted Vivienne. You are cordially invited to attend my salon held at the Chateau of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine. Yours, Vivienne de Fer. First Enchanter of Montsimar, Enchanter of Imperial Court. Okay, cool. We should be able to talk to this Vivienne. Cool. I wasn't finished with the flags. There we go. Grace of the Empire North, a notice reads, this display reserved for discourse political with attending professors of social matters from the University of Orlais. Note that all vendors of loftable groceries will be closed in the hour beforehand and for 1/2 later. The second Lion of Orlais, in respect to Duke Isidore d'Arlesons. Grace of the Empire of West, I notice reads. This display reserved for presentations of affection as though private and also discounted spirits, presented by company Misdirect Theatre. So the docks is over there, I guess.
They left us.
Barnabas.
The Templars left us to the mages.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
Interesting. Tonics. I don't have tonics yet. Grenades. Suspender, stagger, spirit resistance, range defense, magic defense, health, heal, focus gain, fire resistance, cold resistance, endurance, stagger, life drain. Wow, a heal on kill. Okay, guard penetration. That could be interesting. Do you have a belt, Cassandra, dearest? Yes, you do. You have a belt, melee defense, guard damage bonus, and increased ability duration. I just realized something. The rings Cassandra have are for different skills than what she actually has. So they're, in effect, pretty useless. Bollocks. Let's buy those two. Oh, that's pretty bollocks. I can actually buy these things. What would I ever do that for? Oh, now Cassandra's in the right spot again. Ah, oh, jeepers. Rings. Because I don't have challenge or critical chance guard. Guard penetration, yay. And sundering, yay. That's gonna blow up real quick, but oh, actually. I should have that one. Because I can. And I'm the main character. La pomme vie est morte. The apples nearest to the cafe are said to change their taste depending on whether one is walking towards or away from the gallows. And of course they do, for taste is subject to the whims of the heart and no meal is flavoured after tears. But dare it anyway, for none know the taste of joy as much as we who do not shy away from experience. I leveled up. Well, what do you know? I guess we can't. Yeah. There we go. Is there actually anything useful? Can't hit my gun. That's actually pretty useful, so let's do that. Rich tag. She is damaged quite a lot, so let's do that. Bianca! We are working our way towards Sleeping Shop because it was so... I cannot yet unlock. Oh, boo. Boo-hoo. Okay, whatever. I was thinking I was gonna go the long way around, but I can't do that apparently. Yes. More powerful things. Stick out. Hey, what's up?
Templars let you walk? Templars? What in blazes? What is the Grand Cathedral thinking? We must have a new divine. She will show us the way.
Oh, that's fast travel, okay.
I know what you are.
Okay. What am I? I want to know. What's on the menu? Le Masque du Lion. We shared when honor was her might, but many more deserve a thought. For though she was the first a knight, her kin and kind, that has always fought, have always. Holy shit! We shared when honor was her might, but many more deserve a thought. For though she was the first a knight, her kin and kind have always fought. There you go. From a plaque with the dedication Le Masque du Lion, sponsored by Princess Corinne's 1st Cavalry, for those who stood beside.
Watch your tongue.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
Hehe.
Good day.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
Red handkerchief. There we go. A different simple script on the back of a stable report marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Caris. Saw those who asked about Herald enter third passage. Could not stay to see them exit. Interesting. Knot of Heroes, Mafrath and Sacrifice. Andraste, Our Lady, the sword and the fire against Tevinter, betrayed to the Empire in exchange for a kingdom. Mafrath, now synonymous with treachery. But would Andraste have won, and if not, what would we have lost? Let us look not just at the act, but the why of it. As the armors of faith pierced the imperial homeland, it was revealed not as a wave, but as an arrow. And as any hunter will attest, if your aim is not true, there is no returning to the bow. We must consider how much of Our Lady's victory to this point was against the true Imperium and how much was against the echoes of Empire. Andraste the Inspiration may not have considered such, but Mafrath the General fought for homeland, not visions. Was it victory or defeat that his betrayal held at bay? Mafrath made a deal that killed Our Lady, that is fact. And when Andraste died, Mafrath was gifted everything from the southern plains south. How generous and impossible to hold this must have seemed. Let us look on Mathrath and the legacy he divided among his son, not with an eye for accusation, but from a tactical consideration. For he must have known that mere rivals had never stopped Tevinter. What if he set about creating peers, and none of this was accident? How then fared Isarath, Evrion, and Verald? Excerpted from a History Not of Heroes readings in the Ugly Heart of Change, collected by Philium, a bard. Dragon? The head of Madame Snappy Snips. Mascot of Le Masque du Lion, named in jest but genuinely respected. The Grand Madame, as she is also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir Koenig, the previous owner of the café. A spirited hunter, Koenig came of age in the years following the sighting that named the era. While others were quick to assume the tales of ancient Navarran dragon hunters must have been exaggerated, he tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. Koenig believed we had yet to see a true return of the beast of legend, and that the specimens of this day were young despite their ferocity. It is a cruel victory, but today we know Sir Koenig to have been correct, even as he may have fallen to his own expertise. He was years overdue from his last hunt, and for the rest of us, travel weary. What we thought to be the pinnacle of dragon strength may have been closer to adolescence. The sisters of Madame Snappy Snips may have left their siblings far behind. Excerpted from a tall and disposable walking tour of the capital city by Philium, a bard. This Philium was quite prolific. But yes, someone is looking for us, that's for sure. The summer home of Monsieur Glubs, the plaque reads, a seasonal home for the childhood pet of the twin sons of Empress Yvette. The nature of Monsieur Glubs remains unknown, save that he was a gift from a Ravani ambassador, and he was eventually released to the sea after taking the hand of a sluggish page.
All's well, it seems.
Yes, thank you.
Be careful.
As you say, can't go there.
Same old.
All these masks. Quite a lot of people unmasked here, though. Which is quite interesting. Victory in Shade, a plaque reads, here grows one of the many strange trophies returned from the liberation of Kirkwall in 760 Storm, where the brave Olesian's forces turned back the unstoppable Kunari. A cutting salvage from a burning dreadnought was presented to the Emperor Cyril, and it was tended to full growth by the careful hands of Val Royeaux' master landscapers. Not of Heroes, the death of diversity. What could hold back an empire? Another. What could hold back so defined a people as Tevinter? Another. Let us consider if eldest Isarath was not meant to honor Mathrath, for the father's fate was already condemned by hidden betrayal. Let us consider that Isarath was told to turn from ties to Mathrath, to look forward, not back. What of his actions then? Isarath was granted a land of tribes, of scattered alliance. His answer was the grand unification, which most condemn as arrogance. Sweeping changes in trade, relocations to break local allegiances, all to favor centralized trade and power. Cities were leveled to expand a new capital, a powerful and influential city of a new nation, Val Royeaux of Orlais. And all in the name of not lost Andraste, but of holding back looming Tevinter. Power was united, but cultures less so. Investing everyone in the new Orlais satisfied the classes, and through it all spread a bitterness that a Ferelden ruled. Isarath avoided the stain of his father, for he was seen as a victim too, but he was still Alamari. What if, dear readers, the final unifying element came not from accident or even the deliberate actions of Isarath, but a common hatred, and not the common hatred of the day? The sons of Maferath would succeed in creating a peer for Tevinter, but only at the cost of themselves. It's quite interesting, this whole other take on the whole Andraste and Maferath and everything. The founding thing. Oh.
When there was no sky.
Her Majesty's convenience. For Her Majesty's convenience, wooden vines defy the very sun and rain. Sister Antoinette.
When there was no earth. You
What? Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh my.
Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Ah.
Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you.
What is this place then? Hello?
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell. But if the Chantry censures you, I'm not liable. No offense, but I have to live here, and Val Royeaux can be traditional.
You sounded thrilled. Tier 2 bow schematic. Let's see. I have no idea if these are any good. But yeah, let's try it. Armor schematic. Holy shit, those were expensive. Oh well. Let's see. Right, we found one at the cafe. There was supposed to be one in the square, wasn't it? And one at the docks, I think. So we're missing the one in the square for the red... This is the red Jenny quest thing. Oh, what? Oh, it's the thing. Never mind.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages.
Eh?
Chantry liars.
The third line of Ole in respect to Duke Yvonne of Seren. I think we read them all now. Okay, those are those two. Still those two. Whatever the box. Oh, there's a plaque I haven't read. The Emporium of Mortal Means. For all matters defensive concern, offensive intent instead of arts and martial, and with sanction magical. Well, interesting. Hello.
I am open to you and yours. I price at a premium for everyone, so don't assume it's because you're with the Inquisition. I expect my customers to know a rarity when they see it, just as I do.
Level 15, eh? I need to come back here later on, I guess. Oh, too expensive and too high level. Let's sell. Everyone should have the best things. I'm not entirely sure about the swords and stuff though.